Well, if you guessed that I was working on the house and painting, once again, you'd be right. So next week, I have a doctor's appointment. I have my annual physical that I'm finally going to be able to do in person. And truthfully, I'm starting to feel anxious about it because I haven't seen her in about, 2.5 years. And I weighed a lot less 2.5 years ago. So I'm already thinking about the fact that she's going to be shocked, just like I was when I first got on the scale after not getting on for over 2 years. And she's going to talk to me about how I have to lose weight and how I have to do something and how, this is bad for me. And without probably intentionally meaning to, I'm going to feel humiliated and shaped by the conversation. So I'm already thinking about the fact that I need to prepare myself for that conversation, and I need to make sure that it doesn't upset me to the point where I derail the progress that I've made. Because she doesn't realize it's progress because she hasn't seen me for 2.5 years. So, so what I'm thinking about right now is how to get through that conversation with my resolve intact and not feeling completely demoralized because I've been shamed by my doctor about something that I'm already working on. And it's a real thing. If the 3 people that watch my posts happen to be an MD, this is something that, it makes it hard to go to the doctor when you struggle with this, because you know that they could be dismissive, they could be very negative, especially if they don't have the problem themselves. And I think that the other thing is the fact that she is an excellent doctor in many, many ways, and that's why I continue going to her, but she has been unwilling and unhelpful to help me explore what I can do to help myself as far as balancing my hormones, making sure my T3 and T4 are okay with my thyroid. Because truthfully, I would say that I have struggled with my weight most of my life, and I've always been very active and athletic most of my life. So I don't feel like I should have the problem, and yet I do. So, and of course, the second I stop working out for 90 minutes plus a day at high intensity and things like that, the weight comes right back on. So that's something that's frustrating to me, that it feels that she's very closed-minded about certain things. And when I expressed a concern via an email, her first response was, well, go to a bariatric surgeon. I don't think I'm in that boat. I don't think I'm bad enough to go and staple my stomach. And besides, I don't know if those procedures even work for the long term if you don't change your mental habits in addition to your physical habits. I think you can stretch out your stomach again if you try hard enough. And I know some people who have. So that's a little frustrating for me. But anyway, so I guess what I'm starting to think about now is to mentally steel myself for this conversation and not to get so upset by it that I allow it to mess me up and allow my my lizard brain to take over and do something that, whether it's treating myself to make myself feel better or something like that, make sure that that doesn't happen just because, it's upsetting to talk to the doctor about it. Anyway, that's what I'm thinking about today.